Hello students, today we learn Olympiad Science of class 7 and our unit is motion and time. What do you know about motion? You know objects move from one place to another place. That means which are living things, they can move from one place to another themselves. But you think that plants are also living things, but they cannot move. That is special case. Understand? Or non-living things cannot move themselves. We what displace them from one place to another place. You are in 7th standard, so you have learned about the motion. We get different types of motions. They are rectilinear, curvilinear motion. Rectilinear motions, which are when a body moves in a straight path. That means suppose it moves in west to east, that is straight path. Or north to south, that is straight path. This types of motion is known as what motion? Rectilinear motion. That is curvilinear motion. If the direction of the body is not fixed, that motion is known as curvilinear motion. When you are moving on a circular path, that is curvilinear motion. That means direction is not fixed. Okay. When you go to school with the help of bus or bicycle or yourselves walking, that is not your straight path. That motion is rectilinear motion. Okay. When you are on a what? Seesaw, up and down. So in one direction. Okay. But when you throw a ball, what happens? It goes in a specific direction. That is rectilinear motion. Now you learn about distance and displacement. What is distance? Distance is the length of 2 points. Suppose when you go a circular path, that is distance. Okay. Or in a rectilinear path, that is also a distance. That means the path between 2 points, that is distance. And it is a scalar quantity. In upper class, you know about vectors and scalars. Now what is displacement? Displacement is the magnitude between 2 points in a specific direction. Okay. Understand this? That means perpendicular distance between 2 points. Distance is the shortest path between 2 points, but displacement is not. Okay. This is. So displacement is a scalar vector quantity. And what is the standard unit, SI unit of distance or displacement? That is meter. Meter is used to measure in standard unit, distance and displacement. And short form we write with the help of M. Now speed and velocity. When a body moves in unit time, that is distance. That means speed. The distance covered in unit time, that is speed. It is also a scalar quantity. Okay. A scalar quantity means the quantity which have no specific direction, that is scalar quantity. That is the speed means distance, d by t. T means time, distance by time. And what is its SI unit means standard unit. What is the unit of distance? The unit of distance is meter. And what is the unit of time? The standard unit of time is second. Understand this? And now velocity. What is velocity? Velocity is a vector quantity. That means displacement covered in unit time. Okay. What is the difference between speed and velocity? Speed is a scalar quantity and velocity is a vector quantity. Means in case of velocity we have a specific direction. So the displacement covered in unit time. Therefore, what is the unit of SI unit of displacement? SI unit of displacement is meter and SI unit of time is second. So SI unit of velocity is meter per second. Do you understand? If you don't understand, ask me. Now we learn about uniform and non-uniform motion. When a moving body is said to be uniform, if a body moves equal distance in equal interval of time, that motion is known as what motion? Uniform motion. Okay, that means in same interval, that is in first 5 seconds it covers suppose 10 kilometer, in second 5 seconds also it covers 10, that means it covers 10 10 10 10. The difference between initial point and final point. What initial point means? It first 0 from it starts from 0 to suppose a point, a minus 0 means the difference between point is what is 10 meters suppose, and the distance that is distance, and what is the time? Time is per second, and suppose it moves to B point. Okay, in B point it also covers 10 meter. So what distances covered? Equal distances, and suppose equal intervals of time. That means in uniform motion, if suppose a car moving 10 kilometer per hour, okay, in first hour it covers 10 kilometer, in second hour it also covers 10 kilometer, like this. If we draw it with help of a graph, we get a straight line. Okay, that is. And non-uniform motion, when an object covers unequal distances in equal intervals of time, then the object is said to be in non-uniform motion. Okay, when a body moves unequal distances in equal intervals of time, that is known as non-uniform motion. For example, a car is traveling 10 kilometer in first 1 hour. In second hour it covers 20 kilometer and 5 kilometer in third hour. Why? Suppose when the car is moving in the road, somewhere crowd, okay, he cannot give the speed, so he brakes, so his speed can what happens? Reduces. So in first hour it goes 10, in second 20 kilometer, and next hour 5 kilometer. Okay, so this is the example of non-uniform motion. What is acceleration? In a non-uniform motion, in case of non-uniform motion, the speed and velocity varies with time. Understand this? Speed and velocity varies with time. That means it changes. Speed also changes and velocity also changes. So acceleration is measured as the velocity in unit time or the speed in unit time. So what is its SI unit? We express acceleration as A is equal to V by T. V means velocity. Okay. By time, what is the SI unit of velocity? Meter per second. And what is again a unit of SI unit of time? Second. So what is the unit of acceleration? Meter per second square. Okay. Or sometimes it may be what? Speed. Speed also. Okay. Sometimes the acceleration becomes, the magnitude of acceleration becomes negative. When becomes negative? When velocity decreases. Suppose the road is not clear, it is crowded, then what the drivers uses brakes. So the velocity what happens or speed decreases, then we get negative acceleration, and negative acceleration is known as also what? Retardation. And when the speed or velocity increases with time, that is known as positive acceleration. That is, acceleration is zero when it becomes zero when the velocity is constant. That is, when the object moved in uniform motion. Okay, students understand this? When the acceleration becomes zero, when the initial velocity and the final velocity is what? Equal. That means there is no difference between the velocities, then acceleration becomes zero. When velocity not changes in uniform motion, in uniform motion, the velocity doesn't change. So, students, do you know about light? What is light? Light is a form of energy. And when light falls on objects and the object reflects the light and it enters to our eye, then what happens? We see the object. Okay. With the help of light, we can do different tasks in our life. Now, what is the reflection of light? What is reflect? Means it passes towards. When light falls on a surface and after striking the surface, it goes to the far surface. That is known as reflection of what? Light. When parallel means the difference between two rays are equal, the perpendicular distance. Parallel lines, do you understand? The distance between two lines always equal, those are known as parallel lines. And when parallel rays, that means when rays come from a very distant object, that rays are known as parallel rays. When the rays what happens? Falls on a surface, those rays are known as incidence ray. After striking, the rays goes to another direction. Okay. Those rays are known as reflected ray. Here also we get different type of reflections. When the rays fall on the surface, if the surface is smooth, that is known as regular reflection. If the surface is not smooth, that is irregular or diffuse reflection. Images are formed in regular reflection also and diffuse reflection also. The screens used in cinema halls are diffused, irregular, rough surface, because when light falls on the surface, it what happens? It reflected not a specific direction, anywhere it can reflect. That is known as diffuse reflection, and with the help of diffuse reflection, we see the images. Students, do you know what is source of light? From where we get light, that is known as source of light. Okay. What is the natural source of light? Natural source of light, sun is the main source, okay, of light and energy. Now one question is given here. Which of the following is a natural source of light? Electric lamp, electric bulb, torch, sun. Which is correct? Sun is correct. Okay. Do you see images? What are images? When light falls on a subject and it reflects, that images are formed. We have two types of images. One is real image and another is virtual image. What is a real image? When light falls on a subject and after reflection, if they actually meet at a point, that image is known as real image. The real image can be touched, okay, and this can be fall on a surface. And what are virtual images? The images which are actually not meet after reflection of light. They seems to meet at a point. Those are known as virtual images. What is lateral inversion? When images, that means virtual images formed on a mirror, the right side of an object looks left. Okay, this property is known as lateral inversion of the mirror. So what is used in case of ambulance? What means for lateral inversion the word ambulance is seen properly. Okay, now we see the characteristics of images formed on a plane mirror. What are the characteristics? The images formed on a plane mirror is virtual and erect. Erect means, that is, if the object is like this, image also like this. And in case of real image, it is, suppose this is object and it becomes inverted, not erect. Okay. The size of the image is equal to the size of the object. It is the characteristics of an image formed in a plane mirror. The image of the object distance is equal to the image formed on the mirror. Same distance. So when the object brings to the near the mirror, the object image also comes. When the object touches the screen, the image also touches the screen. And one already we read, that is the image formed by a plane mirror is laterally inverted, then right side becomes left and left side becomes, that is, right. Now one question, see here, the image which can be obtained on a screen, that is called number A, erect. The question here, the image which can be obtained on a screen is called erect, virtual, inverted, real. What is called real image. Next, when the distance between the object and the plane mirror increases, then what happens? The distance between image and the plane mirror also increases. Okay, the image formed by a plane mirror is what? Real, virtual, inverted, diminished. What is virtual? And this is our science lesson for today. Thank you.